Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorials by Decade, and wow, that is loud. Let me turn that down just a little bit. Is that better? Alright, good. Anyway, as I was saying, welcome to Tutorials by Decade. My name is Decade, and in this video, we're actually going to go over a few viewer requests. So I figure throughout the series, if anyone requests anything, I'll get a small little list together, and every so many videos or so, I will try to do what you all requested. So with that being said, we're going to do a couple small little things today. We are going to add text to our health bar that will dynamically change with the health bar. We're also going to add a little healing zone where the player can go and quickly heal. I'll probably just put like a little lake or something up here to do that. So let's start with the UI text. So we've already done text whenever you come across a sign or something like that, or interacting with an NPC and stuff like that. So with that being said, we want to be able to dynamically change that text via code. So what we're going to do is we are going to open up our health bar UI, and we're going to make a couple minor changes in here. So first, we are going to add using TMPRO. And then under the top here where it says slider, what we're going to do is underneath the fill image, we are going to do a tooltip, the health bar text. And here we're just going to serialize that. And then we're going to do a private TMP underscore text. And we'll just name that health text. Then what we're going to do is, after that, we will add a header and call this formatting. And then the formatting, we are going to put a tooltip, and then the prefix for the text. And then we're going to serialize that field. Then we'll do a private string prefix, and for now I'm just going to leave it blank, but you can put something like HP and then a space, or just health or whatever you want to put there. But for now I'm just going to leave it blank. And we're also going to do not that. You're going to do tooltip pull to show current over max health. So we're going to do this two ways, where we're going to have our current health over our max health, or we can just do our current health. So we'll do a private bool show as current over max equals true. And that's all we need to do as far as adding variables. What we're going to do now is we are going to scroll all the way down to set health. And at the bottom of set health, we are going to add if health text not equals null, then if show as current over max, we're going to set our health text dot text equal our little dollar symbol here, because we're going to be adding this little guy in here, which is our prefix. So we will do prefix, and then right after prefix, we are going to do current. Then after current, we will do the little slash. Then after that, we are going to do max. That's it. And then underneath that, we're just going to do else. And then we'll do health text dot text equals, again, our little dollar symbol, and then our prefix, and then our current. So as far as code is concerned, that is all we need to do. So let me pull up Unity again. Let Unity do its compiling. So obviously there's a couple things that we need to do in Unity. First we go to our UI, we'll go to our health bar, we'll right click, and we will add a UI Text Mesh Pro, and we'll just name this health text. We will zoom out to our UI, and you can see our text is already kind of where we want it, sort of, but not quite. I like to alignment center and center, and then font size is 36, so we'll auto size it. We'll make the max to be 36, just because I think that fits in there pretty nice. We don't need to do anything else with that, but what we do need to do is go to our health bar. This is where our health bar UI script is, and now you'll see our health text. So we grab and drag our health text over to there. And then we don't need to do anything with the prefix or show as current just yet, because I want to show you what happens if I hit play. And if I hit play, there's our health, 6/6. And let's go take some damage. Boom, now it's 5 of 6, 4 of 6, 3 of 6, and so on. Now we're down to 2 of 6. I didn't put any things into the scene here, so real quick here, we can add, where's our prefabs? There they are. We can add our little health guys here, boom and boom. And then we'll play again. Let's go take some more damage. 1, 2, that should be enough. All right. He dropped a coin for me, how nice. All right, so you see that we're 4 of 6. If I pick up this health, we should be back to 6 of 6. And if I pick up this max health increase, we are now 8 of 8. So now we have dynamic changing text. And if we go to our health script, or our health bar, and we go down to the health bar UI script, we can add HP and then a space. Then if I hit play, there it is, HP 6 of 6. I can keep that there, but get rid of the show as current over, and hit play. And now it just shows our current health. So that is how we are going to do dynamic changing text, especially for the health bar. So let me get rid of these guys here. Go away. We go back to the health bar UI. Let's just get rid of the prefix. Let's just show as current over. So now how do we make a healing zone? Well, that one's actually kind of simple to do as well. What we're going to do is we are going to go to our scripts, and let's find a good place for it. I guess the world is a good place for it. We will right click in here, we will create a mono behavior script, and we will just name it healing zone. And then let Unity do its thing here. We'll open that up, we'll get rid of all of that in there. And what we'll first do is a header, healing settings, then tooltip, health restored per tick. Then we're going to serialize the field, and we'll do a private int heal amount, and we'll default that to 1. Then we'll do a tooltip here, time between heals, and serialize that field, private float heal interval. We'll set that to 1F for now. Then this doesn't need to be serialized or anything, but we need a little timer here. So private float, then heal timer. Underneath that, we are going to do private void on trigger stay 2D. So as opposed to enter 2D, where it only fires once as soon as you enter, a stay is whenever you enter and you stay within it. So from here, we're going to do other And in here, we're going to check to see if the other is the player. So we're going to check to see if other is not the player. So compare tag player. And we're just going to simply return, or whatever that word was. Try that again, return. If we make it past that, we're now going to try to get our player stats. Player stats equals other dot get component player stats. And then enter question mark other dot get component parent player stats. Then if stats still equals null after that, then we are going to do a debug.log warning. And then in here, we are going to do a little dollar symbol. And then we're going to do healing zone name can't find player stats. Then we're going to return. Now we're going to do one more check, and this check is going to be only heal if missing health. So if stats dot current health is greater than, which it never should be, but we always put that in there just in case, but greater than or equal to stats dot max health, then we're just going to simply return. If you want to make sure that this is working, you could put a debug log in here and just say max is, or health is at max, but we don't need to do that, so I'm not going to do that. After we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our heal timer, and we're going to start making it go. So minus equals time dot delta time. Then if our heal timer is less than or equal to 0f, then we're going to do stats dot heal, then heal amount. And then we're going to reset our health timer, or our heal timer. So heal timer equals heal interval. So again, on trigger stay is whenever something enters a zone and stays within that zone, meaning this will always go until whatever it is leaves the zone. Whereas on trigger enter only fires once when something enters the zone. Very important that you remember that. So now we need to shut that off if the player does leave the zone. So we need to do private void on trigger exit 2D. Change this to other. And then we're going to do if other dot compare tag player. What we're going to do is simply reset the timer to 0. So this is just a temporary thing, but bear in mind that if players figure this out, they can kind of glitch it, or they can just continuously enter and exit the zone, and then re-enter the zone to heal faster. So right now we have our heal interval at 1, which is roughly 1 second. If we decide that's too fast and we put this at 10 seconds, well, that'll heal over time. Every 10 seconds you'll heal 1. But if players are smart, which let's face it, a lot of players, especially games Zelda-like stuff, are pretty smart, they'll figure out, hey, if I just exit the zone and enter back in the zone, I'll heal. So you just got to be careful with that. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, but nonetheless, there's that. So we have our healing zone set up. So let's get back into Unity, let Unity do its thing. Let's actually set up that healing zone. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go up here. Let's pull up our tile palette. Don't want house interior, we want ground. Second for that to load it all. There we go. We want the lake there, but we want it to be on collision so players can't just walk on it. So we'll just make a little itty bitty lake like that. Then we'll go back to ground. So we can have this little guy there. We'll just go around and fill this in real fast. You all should know how to do this part already, so I'm kind of trying to fly through it real fast so we can get on to making what we need to make here. Boom. All right. So now that we have our little lake in place, we can go to our tile palette and just on the arrows so that way it goes away on the player. All right. So what we want to do now, that is room 01. So if we go to room 01, and we right click on it and we go create empty, we can name this Healing Lake or name it whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter. It does matter because if the code does not work, it'll tell you exactly where it's not working. So whatever you do name this, it is kind of important, but for this purpose, it's not. But once we get Healing Lake, over here in the inspector, we hit Add Component, and we need a slider 2D of some sort. Ignore my dogs. Give me one moment. Sorry about my dogs going absolutely crazy. Had an Amazon package being delivered. Normally they come later in the day, so. Anyway, once you get your Healing Lake made, you got to Add Component here in the inspector. And you want some sort of collider 2D. In this case, box collider 2D will work just fine. We want to move that. Let's see where that's at first, though. It's right on the player. We don't want that there. We want that all the way up there. And we kind of want to move it as close to the middle of the lake as possible. I mean, I like to be exact, but you don't have to be. All right. Oh, my dogs aren't the brightest. But anyway, once you get this in location, you want to make sure you hit is trigger. Then from is trigger, we edit the collider and we make it bigger than the lake. So make it as big as you want as far as the size of it. Obviously, you want the player to be close to it, so don't make it absolutely huge. But, you know, something like that will work just fine. So let me refine this a little bit. We'll make this 6 by 6. There we go. That should work out just fine. Sorry, again, my dogs are not the brightest, so I do apologize for that. But now that we have the healing zone, we add one more component, which is the healing zone script. And there's nothing else that we need to do here other than to play with these amounts if you want to. But yeah, let's test this out. So let's hit play. Let's go find our little slime guy. Let's take a whole bunch of hits until we get down to 1. There we go. Now let's head on up to that lake. And you can see our health going up. It stopped at 3 because I got close. Oh, it only heals whenever you're actually moving. That's the other thing about the on trigger stay, is only if you are moving. But as you can see, we're back to full health. So ignore my phone. That is how we do dynamic changing text, and that is how we do a healing zone. With that being said, this is where I'm going to end this video. In the future, if you have any requests, please in the comments of any video, let me know. Preferably, though, go to Discord and let me know there. You can send me a direct message if you want. I'll probably get that a little bit faster. But nonetheless, somewhere, let me know what you would like to see. And I will let you know if I already planned on doing it or if it's something that would be too difficult or doesn't make sense to do. So, you know, don't be afraid of a little bit of pushback. But for something that you want to see, just let me know, and I will do my best to, at some point, incorporate into what we're doing here. So with all of that out of the way, this is where I'm going to truly end the video. So as always, thank you. Have a good one. and I'll see you in the next video.